Welcome into another episode of the Delco Duo. I'm one half of the Delco Duo, Monica Cryan.
And I'm Jenna Meisner, other half of the Delco Duo. Hopefully you enjoyed your official 4th of July.
Yes. I'm sure there's still fireworks going on.
Oh, all weekend long. I mean, at the end of the week, through the weekend, any reason for fireworks, and people will set them off.
And I feel like July 5th at 11:30 is when people are now starting to get annoyed. Yeah. You know, like they've been going on all weekend long. The dogs are literally barking, and it's like,
enough.
Shut up.
Enough.
But
that's why we're going to send it to the debrief.
We're still celebrating.
We are still celebrating. We are in our red, white, and blue. I said to Monica, she looks like a sexy Red Riding Hood. I don't know.
Is that what this is?
Not Red Riding Hood. Yeah, Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding
I need a hood.
You said Little Bo Peep.
Yeah, or like a Little House on the Prairie kind of. Little Bo Peep's a good one.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my shoulders exposed. We're really going all out for the 4th of July.
4th of July has gotten sexy.
This is a really busy weekend for America, for Monica's family, for the Delco Duo.
Yes.
Because you celebrated a birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
I got you a family size bag of Twizzlers that I should have put here. I do care about you, and that was...
We'll bring it on over.
Ways to Monica's heart. Twizzlers, cheesecake, cannolis, mozzarella sticks, TGI Friday mozzarella sticks to be specific.
We'll take a glimpse over there.
I don't think they can see them. Yeah, they're trying to move the camera. Don't expose what that looks like over there. But
we'll get the
happy belated birthday now.
Thank you. I do. Everybody knows I love my birthday. Such a party. Because it's 4th of July related. And I absolutely love it. This is another reason to celebrate. It now falls on the Delco Duo's anniversary.
3 year. We've been doing this longer than 3 years, but our 3-year anniversary of being on television is the same day as Monica's birthday. So July 2nd, although we're a few days past that by now, is the official Delco Duo television premiere debut day. Crazy. 3 years we've been on TV.
I feel like it's, like you said, I feel like it's been longer because it definitely has. We've, done this.
We've been doing this, 4 or 5 years it's been an idea, but 3 official years on TV. That's crazy that they've allowed us to do this for 3 years.
I can't believe that it coincides with my birthday. So again, I feel like a lot of things coincide with my birthday. There's always a reason to party.
Do you feel overshadowed? Like, does it irk you that, so many things are sort of overshadowing your big day?
Again, it's like, 4th of July and July 2nd. Just keep tacking on reasons to party.
Just keep partying.
And when we celebrate this as like a 5-year and we're really partying it up.
You've got a lot left in the tank.
Yes.
2 more years of them allowing us to be on TV.
We'll see.
Keep watching. If you want to see our 5-year anniversary celebration, you have to keep watching so they don't cancel us.
Yes. We'll see if we make it to 5 years.
All right. So, yes, we are talking about the 4th of July. Let's get to our first issue of the evening. You're probably tired of the 4th of July by now, but we've got problems regarding it.
Yes. Okay. Betty from Boothwyn writes in, every year I've asked my neighbor not to set off fireworks because it scares my dogs. They continue to set them off at their annual party.
So that's what you were just talking about, how sort of like humans are annoyed, pets are beyond annoyed. They're terrified. 4th of July, actually, for pet owners is not
so annoying.
Is not fun if you're near a place that sets off a lot of fireworks. I think isn't it like the most common time of year that a dog, like a pet, runs away? Yeah, that's sad.
And sometimes never to be found. You know what I mean? Like it's a big separation time.
Don't you put them in like, isn't there a
You can
hack?
put chips in. You can put chips in your animal.
Oh,
You like it.
I meant like put them in the bathtub and like close the door. Not.
Or you can put like
I think most animals are microchipped nowadays, though.
And then, or you can put like those thunder jackets on. Do all of that, Betty, because
it's not going to stop.
People are not going to stop. This is such a fun time, and for people not to celebrate the birth of America. And let me tell you something, Betty. Guess what next year is?
The 250?
250. You better believe.
You should probably move out of America next year.
If you don't, you better go to Canada for a holiday if you don't want to be frightened next year. It's going to be huge.
I think you just have to accept that if this is an annual party, like if your neighbor's known to throw a banger on the 4th of July, then you and your dog need to go somewhere.
Exactly. You know this is going to happen.
Need to go somewhere else. And I know that's so annoying. And you're probably like, well, why should I have to leave my house? But because you're not going to avoid it. They're not going to stop. They're having the party. If you have a big 4th of July party, you're setting off fireworks.
You sound super unpatriotic if you're like, but my dog. It's like, but the birth of this nation. Like, the other day, I was trying to tell Josephine, and I got like really into it. My 6-year-old daughter, like, okay, do you know what's coming up? And I'm like, it's, the 4th of July. Here's what's going on. And then I start telling her, I was like, so there's these people called the British, and they had this British Empire where they controlled a lot of countries, including
real
us.
Patriotic.
I did. And I was like, and we were like, no way, Jose, you can't control us. We want to have our own country. So then we signed the Declaration of Independence, which declared us as our own country. And I started going off about it. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I was like, no wonder we celebrate.
And was she interested, or was
she loved it?
Yeah.
She loved
History
it.
teachers everywhere are shaking by your lesson that you gave your daughter.
And I'm going over it. I'm like, you got to celebrate. This is such an exciting time. You got to do it. And fireworks, to represent like the battles. Gosh.
Oh my God, it's not that deep.
It is.
I like the 4th of July, but like you are really waving that American flag. It's a fun holiday. I understand though. I think this year my son, I don't know how he'll react to like the sounds of, we've had a lot of thunderstorms lately.
Yeah, right.
And he's actually been fine with thunderstorms. I know, right? Like it's just been constant.
Yeah.
That he's been fine with thunder. So I'm hoping the fireworks, I just hope they don't wake him up. That's like I'm like, please just don't wake him up.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, because I think what's tough is the constant, it goes from like the 4th through the 5th through
and
the 6th.
Hearing them like, how close are you to my house?
Right.
Are you professionally knowing what you're doing?
And then, they can go on for like 20 minutes. The problem is then like they'll stop, and then someone starts up another round, and it's like, oh my God, okay, how long are we going? And of course there's patriotic me who's like, woohoo, I love it, but I don't have a dog. And so I can understand, maybe you do at a certain point say, hey, can I come over to my mom and dad's house? Can I go to a friend's house? Because I know my neighbors are going to go crazy. We have down the shore, our neighbors set off their own, and I love it. But yes, I can feel it in my chest. Like, that's how close they are. That's how unprofessionally unsupervised it is. It gets scary.
It is. Well, it's considered one of the most dangerous holidays. Not only for fireworks wise, but like drinking and pools and barbecues. Like there's a lot of dangers when it comes to it. But we do fireworks, but like the grocery store fireworks. Like we get the ones that are like, they stay on the ground and they just like, boo, boo, boo,
we get the sparklers.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
And even sometimes with those, I'm like, wait, these are from the grocery store. Like this is shooting up high. Like,
yeah,
I don't think it should do that.
Even the sparklers, I'm like, wait, why is that getting so close to your hand?
Betty's invited to this party. Like, is there some bitter? Is Betty a little?
I'm sure she's
Betty
not invited.
A little mad that she's not invited
that's what
to
you're
the party.
saying?
Like, yeah, my dog. But like,
Yeah.
Are you not invited to the party, Betty? Is that the deep issue here? Maybe
No,
the
I'm
neighbor
sure
should
she's
invite
nev-
her.
Yeah.
Should invite her and her dog. Just hold on to them tight. Okay, coming
no,
up
that
next,
dog's gone. That dog is
we
gone.
are still talking about barbecues and like when your family brings the dish over, something that maybe they do that annoys you.
Okay, stay with us. Speaking of, I think I've told that story on this show before, the one where my parents set off fireworks, not for 4th of July, but for New Year's, and the box fell. One side of the box holding the fireworks fell, and so it started shooting out to the side at my family.
I vaguely remember this.
And my uncle, it started shooting at my family, and my uncle literally goes, hit the deck, and
I had a girl that I grew up
hit
with
my brother
in my dance class who somehow a firework ended up under the chair she was sitting in and went off, and she needed a lot of surgeries, and she's fine now, and everything's okay, but
It hit
right
the back
under
of
her booty.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that bad because I think it was far away, but it hit the back of my brother's leg, and he had like a bullseye looking thing for quite a while.
See, like, this is what I mean. Why do we do these things?
We thought it
We're
was
America.
We thought it
We are
was
the smartest country in the world.
Yes. Oh my God, we love our fireworks.
All right, let's get to our next issue. Tom from Thornberry. What's going on, Tom?
I enjoy having family over for summer barbecue, but nothing drives me crazier than someone finishing their dish at my house using my kitchen.
We all
What
know
is,
that.
wait, what does that mean, finishing their dish at my house?
So it means like, oh, this is my interpretation. They come and they need to use your oven. They need to put something in the oven, or like it has like a garnish or a topping, and they're like using, cutting up the garnish or like topping their dish, or essentially finishing and making their platter in your kitchen versus just coming with it made.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Depends. It depends for me. Like, how much do you have left of this dish? How much of my kitchen?
Like a fraction.
Like, if I'm hosting
Like
a
a
barbecue, I've already used my kitchen to its seams. I've used my utensils. They're all dirty. I probably have something in the oven that's still cooking.
Okay.
I just come with your dish made. Like this, this irritates me. I understand, Tom. I understand.
See, I like that because then I feel like it's like a working kitchen, a working fun time. Like,
Then who's cleaning it up? The person that's finishing their dish normally is not going to clean up.
No,
after.
no. If I'm making my dish and like finishing it at your kitchen, I'm cleaning everything up there. I think it's fun because then everybody's kind of gathered around and we're talking and I'm slicing.
No, see, just come with your dish. Come with your dish made. Because I feel like then, most people, they finish their dish and then they bring it outside because the barbecue or whatever is normally happening outside. And then the kitchen's sort of a forgotten wasteland of just all the activity that had taken place. And then it's on the host to clean up their kitchen, that when they're already hosting, they're already having to probably clean up a lot outside.
I do like, though, when there's like multiple locations within a party. Like, it's not just, all in the kitchen or all outside. I like when people are kind of meandering through the kitchen and then outside. So then again, like, I like when it's a working kitchen. So there's some people in the kitchen finishing up. Usually it's like all my aunts and stuff. It's the women. Sadly enough, it's the women in the kitchen and we're all talking and having a good time.
I think it's just because our personalities are so different.
Yeah.
I like when everyone's in one spot. Like, I know where everybody is. I don't have to clean up any other part of my house because everybody is outside doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is enjoying the barbecue outside and not in the living room, in the basement, in a different room. Just
see,
this is where the party's happening. Go to the party.
The one thing I can say, and it's not like their party sizes always differ, but like the kind of parties I'm thinking about are the parties with, my cousins, my aunts and uncles, which would over time got bigger and bigger. So it could never be all in the same spot. So we always had to use the entire house. So it would be, some of the families in the living room, some of the families in the kitchen, some of the families in the basement.
And I think it depends what kind of party it is. If it's a barbecue and like we're talking pool party, everybody better be by that pool.
Oh no, I like to flow.
We so differ on this.
I like to flow. You can go into the kitchen for a little bit. Like for your son's party, I meandered into the kitchen for a little bit. But
that's fine. You weren't finishing a dish. Like nobody came to finish a dish. You brought a sealed pack of cookies that was not going to cause any inconvenience in my life.
I never cook or bake, so I brought a sealed pack of cookies that was made.
That's the perfect gift perfect thing to bring. I always like when people bring things that are just sealed. I just open it.
Yes.
Go ahead, take it. But like if you're chopping lettuce and putting it on top of your dip, or you got your your balsamic and you're putting it on the tomato mozzarella and it's getting on my counter, like that drives me nuts. That drives me. Okay. You can tell that I've had experience with this. Just thinking of certain people.
Good to know.
Because then it's just, like what? I come in after the party's over and I'm like, why is there sauce on the ground? Where did this come from?
My husband will do that all the time. Like he will do something like so, chefy, like where he'll, at the very end, he's like, oh, I just have to finish garnishing.
That's what I mean.
And I'm like, I
Do that at home.
It doesn't
Don't do it at my
annoy
house.
me. I'm just like, wait, why didn't you just do that at the house? But he's like, oh.
So then you do agree with me, kind of.
I do. I don't. Not for those reasons. I'm just like, what? Who do you think you are, Chef Gordon Ramsay?
You are not Gordon Ramsay. Okay, coming up next, we've got one of our own issues to talk about on the
Stay with us. And welcome back. We're hearing a lot about firework horror stories, so send
There's
us
a ton.
yours.
I think that's probably an issue that everyone has a story about.
Right? Send us yours. We want to hear them. I'm sure in Delco, people have got a ton. Here is the family-sized bag of Twizzlers that my good friend Jenna got me
Yep, there it
for
is.
my birthday.
Very simple, not a complicated woman.
And then people are trying to tell us red vines.
I've never had a red vine.
Ugh.
Where are they from? Like they sell them here, but are they? Because Pennsylvania's Hershey.
And
But-
Twizzlers. I definitely think
Where did red vines originate?
probably West Coast.
I'm gonna Google that. You keep
Where
talking.
red vines. All right. Let's get to our issue of the week.
I can't type that fast.
Monica crying about?
You continue. I will.
Chicago.
Chattown.
Red vines originated in Chicago.
Oh, you know what? I could totally see.
The American Licorice Company was founded there in 1914.
I could totally see Midwest people being like, red vines. Or how do they talk?
The company's West Coast operation.
terrible Midwest.
I'm not even gonna try. Red
vines, you know.
Oh, with the farms.
Red vines. I love red vines, you know. Yes.
That sounds like
Don't you know?
that does not.
That's how they talk. Don't you know
In
red
Minnesota.
vines? Minnesota.
My dad had a lot of family in Minnesota.
Oh, did they? They probably like the red vines.
The O is the
Yeah.
important part.
Oh.
Okay. It's from Chicago, though. Who knew?
Chicago.
Did we roll your open? I
Yes,
was
we
so
did.
I was so distracted by the red vine debate. Oh, there it goes.
What's Monica crying about?
Thank you to our director
I love
Shane.
red
Thank you.
vines. I'll never eat them. All right, so
Back on track we go.
my issue is I started driving through Easy Pass, a million times this summer just to get down the shore, and it started saying like unpaid tolls, and I get so embarrassed. I know no one can see it.
Oh, like the little electronic thing.
It says unpaid tolls. I get
She's broke.
Yeah, I'm like so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my gosh, don't look. I have unpaid tolls. But
What if it's the one that has the arm? They don't let you through.
um,
Some of them still have the arm, I feel like.
no, some of them do, but the ones that I've been through, it just
The
says,
ones that you've been illegally going
Yes,
through
yeah.
have just been.
it just says unpaid tolls.
Okay,
Or
perfect.
sometimes the arm will still lift. It just says unpaid tolls, and you're like, oh crap. So
Well, don't take her word for that. And then people will be like, I can get through. You'll be stuck.
So then I call, and then I get a letter in the mail, and it says
Your
it
photo.
has my photo, and that's like also so embarrassing because they're taking photos of you now, and sometimes you could like see your face, and you're like, oh my god. So I call Easy Pass, and it has there that it's a $2 unpaid toll, but administration fee $50. So I'm like, oh man, $50. Turns out there's several of these that, I've gone through, and I figured, a few
So
times.
on
it's
top
just-
of what it costs, this
administration fee is $50. So there's been a few. It has racked up to now $300 worth of
That's
administration.
a lot of money for a toll. That's what?
$2.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So I'm like, $300. I need to talk with someone about this because
Good luck.
I have gone online. I put in a new card, and I keep trying to click auto pay, but it will not let me put a new card under auto pay. That's what really this all came down to, is that my automatic payments, I needed to update my card. And so I need to talk with someone and update my auto pay. That's all this is. So I call, and this is how long they had me on hold. I don't even care that this number is out there for everyone to see. 2 hours and 10 minutes. I am on hold. They just have me on hold, a little bit of music and a whole lot of thank you for your patience. Easy Pass. You can go online and,
What
pay
were you
this.
doing during this 2 hours?
I'm talking with.
I could never. I would have waited 10 minutes.
I had it on speakerphone. Me and my daughter are going about our day. I cook us lunch. I take us to the pool. I'm sitting there at the pool, and then all of a sudden, one of my mom friends comes up to me, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm on hold with Easy Pass. My phone's going dead at this point." And she goes, "Don't like go through it this way. Just write them an email." I'm like, an email? I just thought I would be on.
Like more complicated, like you will not get a response.
She said that she has written an email to Easy Pass and gotten it all figured out.
2
but
hours.
2 hours and 10 minutes.
No.
You cannot. You are a service. You are a business. You are a service to people. You cannot keep them on hold for 2 hours and 10 minutes. So you think
can
that's
do whatever the heck they want. If
right.
you're going to sit there for 2 hours and 10 minutes, then they can keep you on hold for 2 hours and 10 minutes. And I hate being on hold. I hate being on hold. And I truly think it's gotten worse. Did you end up ever talking to anyone?
Nope.
So you hung up.
I hung up because
all of that for
my
nothing.
poor daughter, like at a certain point I felt bad. Like I can't believe I just for 2 hours and 10 minutes made my daughter listen to this hold music.
And like, honestly, you know, you feel bad when you're talking to the AI customer service, but at least you're talking to someone.
Yeah, I guess.
At least you're talking to somebody.
AI.
And then I'm sure once you got through, it would have just probably transferred you to somebody else.
Right. It wouldn't have solved anything.
Oh my
so
gosh,
now I
that's
got to come up with an
insane.
email.
That's crazy Easy Pass.
Easy, slowsy pass.
Hard pass. Okay. Who was the tiebreaker of Pennsylvania to make the Declaration of Independence approval unanimous?
Ooh, someone Delco. All right, who is the tiebreaker of PA to make the Declaration of Independence approval unanimous? So obviously be important.
Who is it? Delco's own John Morton.
Woohoo!
And you might be thinking, Morton? I know that place in Delco.
Yeah.
That makes
Morton.
sense. There he is.
What a handsome fella.
He looks like every
Founding father ever.
founding father at that time.
That receding hairline.
Looks way older than they actually are.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Morton. So this was Pennsylvania. Of course, you know, like we're talking about the different, I guess, were they states? I don't know. You're the history buff when it comes to the Declaration.
Yeah,
of
the colonies.
Yeah, the colonies at the time. And he's from Ridley.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, my dad grew up on Morton Ave. Isn't that funny?
That could have been your dad.
In
I said
Ridley.
that when we were talking about this. He's a couple years off, but no.
Receding hairline and all.
I didn't say that, Lee. Your daughter did.
I love you.
Yeah, I think that's so cool.
I know.
And I read like there's so much information about this, and they said that it like really caused a lot of turmoil in him that he was going to be this deciding factor.
Why?
Because that's a big decision to be like the tiebreaker. Like, go for the revolution or I
What
I
is
know
there to
you can't
question?
imagine.
Revolution.
You also look like Paul Revere. That's another person that you look like. I feel like Paul Revere would have worn that top.
Oh my gosh, if only he had known what he was founding. Ridley.
All right.
Ridley.
America's birthplace, Ridley.
Ridley.
I mean,
start of it.
Philadelphia has, like, it's Philly. Like, come on. America's birthplace.
Right.
Like,
Love
we
it.
live. Delco is 30 minutes away from America's
Ridley's
birthplace.
like 15 minutes.
Well, that's
10
why
minutes from
John Morton
Philly.
had
Yeah.
such a big role
Love
in this
it.
decision. So that's the end of your 4th of July. Hopefully you can move on with your summer now.
No more fireworks.
No more
for
fireworks. And
Betty from Boothwyn can finally
Betty
rest
turned
easy.
us off. She's not happy that we said that she wasn't invited to the party.
Thanks so much for tuning in.
Delco Duo at phl17.com. Tell us your fireworks stories.
Yes.
Any maybe 4th of July pictures, if you had a family barbecue, all that
Love
good
it.
stuff.
Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.